Axon server that you start in a Docker container can also be configured, and to do that you can use the Axon server configuration properties file, which we have created in one of the previous video lessons. So to make Axon server that runs in a Docker container read configuration details, I'll just copy Axon server properties file that we have created in one of the previous video lessons from Axon server folder, which we have downloaded as a zip archive. We have created a config folder here, and inside of that config folder we have created Axon server configuration properties file. So I'll copy this file and I will paste it into Docker data config folder here. And before starting up my Axon server, I will just open this file and have a look if everything is okay here. So if I run my Docker container using this configuration file, then it will start up on port number 80 and 25. It will have Axon server name, my Axon server, and it will have development mode enabled. Now, my Axon container was created to publish port number 80 and 24. So if I start my Axon server on port 8025, it's not going to quite work. So I will correct this to port number 8024 instead. Alright, and now I will save Axon server properties file. I will close it and I will go to a terminal window. And before I can start my Axon server, I'll need to stop the currently running one. So my current Axon server is running in an attached mode. It is attached to this terminal window, and this means that I can stop it using Ctrl+C. And to start it again, I will first list down available Docker containers on my computer. To do that, I will use docker ps-a, and now I will copy the container ID of my Axon server image that I want to start, and I will use docker start and container ID to start this container. So my Docker container should be running now, and I'll go to Axon server dashboard and I'll check if it has a correct Docker server name. So I'll bring in a new browser window and I'll go to localhost port number 80 and 24. Here's my dashboard, and the node name is my Axon server, which is correct, and it has a development mode enabled. I do see the reset event store button, and this means that our Axon server is running in a Docker container and it was able to read the configuration properties file from the config folder. Alright, so everything is working well. Let's continue.